ever told me that in times when I'm lonely I should call, baby? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? So you were calling me, and baby, won't you let me be? Nothing seems to go my way. 'Cause I was feeling kinda lonely, could've used a little company. Really wanted you to stay. And if I'm being honest, all the things that I promised ought to get you up behind the wheel. 'Cause nothing makes it better, not a letter after letter, till I finally can get you here. Talking every night, still don't feel alright. You kiss me through the phone, help me feel alone. Baby, you got it and you know that you got it, so why don't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? You know I never get excited when I find my room lighted by the glow of a TV screen. And nobody ever told me that in times when I'm lonely I should call, baby, how you been? And tonight was something different, a little hit the licorice, your voice coming through my cell. And you're trying to make it better with a letter after letter, but it ain't working, can't you tell? Talking every night, still don't feel alright. You kiss me through the phone, help me feel alone. Baby, you got it and you know that you got it, so why don't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? So you were calling me, and baby, won't you let me be? Nothing seems to go my way. 'Cause I was feeling kinda lonely, could've used a little company. Really wanted you to stay. And if I'm being honest, all the things that I promised ought to get you up behind the wheel. 'Cause nothing makes it better, not a letter after letter, till I finally can get you here. Talking every night, still don't feel alright. You kiss me through the phone, help me feel alone. Baby, you got it and you know that you got it, so why don't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? Won't you come over? You know I never get excited when I find my room lighted by the glow of a TV screen. And nobody ever told me that in times when I'm lonely I should call, baby, how you been? And tonight was something.
Hey everyone, it's Docfire, and I'm here for a live build. I don't know if, I just kind of do impromptu live, so if you see it pop up on the feed, do some sharing for me if you appreciate that. Out there on Facebook and all the fun places that are out there. Come on, I'm trying to. Got the sky cam is looking down, and as you can see, the twist autococker. These things are starting to pop out. People are starting to get them done. I'm starting to see a lot come back from the anodizers, and I've done one so far. I know that there's been a handful that Angry's done. I think Bearded Works has done some. Cockertop's done a couple, I think. 2 or 3. I think I've seen his videos on them and stuff like that. But this one is my personal one. So I got number 9. Luck of the draw. Thanks, Anthony. I don't know. Is it 9 or I got number 600? I don't think they made 600. So anyway, I got number 9. Kind of cool. And let's see. Let me see. I gotta see. I got people in here. So Charles Bird is on. Talked to Charles earlier today. We always miss the voice chat stuff because I'm on my if on my personal Facebook Messenger. If I'm on my phone, if I'm switched over to my business Facebook Messenger, I don't get any of the phone calls or the live or the video calls that come in. They don't show up. I don't know what it is. It's a wonderful Facebook thing. This tool we can't live without, but it doesn't work that well. And it's a new shop rags. Normally I have the yellow ones. I get these at Costco, and these are like worth every penny. I mean, I get a big old tub. It's like $17, and if I wanted, I could just throw them all away, but I don't want to wash them. And they have blue ones now, which I really like. And they don't have the stupid white tag on it that you always have to rip off. So nothing special here at Costco. These are probably the best ones. Great for cleaning glasses, and they're phenomenal for paintball guns. So and they don't fuzz up. They don't leave fuzzies behind. And this is like a fresh one that's never been used. But anyway, sorry about that. I'm all over the place. But let's start unwrapping things. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to try to... I've kind of got... I cheated a little bit, guys. So I kind of got some stuff put together. But let's just put everything out on the table, okay? I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. So I'm going to put stuffed parts out here. Get things all kind of laid out here. Get things organized here in a second. Parts, valve. That I gotta check. There's a sear. This is a timing rod. Okay, let's put all the rest of the stuff away. Up here. Uh-oh, don't fall over. And let's see, I guess I could bring up, let me see if I can bring up the oh, nope, I need to bring up this. Let's go to that size. Go show, go on. All right, there we go. Now I can see the stuff. So let's kind of put things out. I'm gonna kind of put something over the top of this thing a little bit, so it kind of doesn't look like what it looks like. It's actually kind of out of frame. So this guy, I'm gonna leave him a little out of frame just because YouTube gets a little weird sometimes. But put some stuff down here. I'll leave this like this. I'm not going to be able to shoot this tonight because I still have to modify my bolt. And I thought I got one from Rosani that was modified, but I may have it. It may be around here somewhere. I just can't find it. I could have put it in another gun and didn't realize I did that. But this does have a lot of smudge stuff on it. Ooh, that's kind of stuck in there. So let's get this guy out here. Let's pull things out because tight in there. There we go. That goes there. And I can go right here. Tactics chamber. I got to shorten this little screw down. I forgot to do that earlier today. The screw is a little long. I thought I got a screw kit with this, but apparently I didn't. So, oh well, that happens. Oh, I got screws up here. Let's go and grab the screws. I do need those. Right here. And some screws came with it, and I could have lost them. That is, you know, I was pretty good about keeping everything in one spot though. There's some O-rings. I'll just leave those out there. This is spare back blocks. No, I do have the Tactics caulking rod, but I don't know if I like it on this one. It's not the twisted one. I didn't want the twisty stuff. I didn't go super twistedy. I didn't even do a barrel for it, guys, because I went gloss black. Hey, Aaron the Beard. Yeah, no, I think the deal with these two F6 twisters is the milling. I mean, that's what you buy them for. I think when you really start kind of going wild with it, I think sometimes the milling gets buried in the anodizing. And quite frankly, when I was talking to the anodizer, we'll go through that in a minute, I wanted matte black, but it would have been an extra step and some other things. So I said, well, just do gloss black then. I wanted a worker's gun. Hey, Josh. Jason Antle. And so, but I wanted a matte black gun, but, you know, I was convinced a different way. And don't worry, I love black. I love gloss black guns. I wanted red accent parts, but not overly done type of stuff. And, let's see, I'm going to put this up there. It's a F6 twister kit, number 9. I'm going to bring it into frame here. Right here. F6 twister autococker. Joshua. Bushley, I guess it's Bushy. I don't know how you pronounce it last time. I'm horrible with names. But anyway, I got, I ended up doing gloss, which is fine. I'm completely happy. And I do have an Inception feed neck, muted one. It's really, there's no reason to re-ano. It's already super glossy back. But I put this one on here just because it's a factory one. If I don't mind the screw style. Clamping is way more easy and, just efficient. But I don't mind the screw style. It doesn't bother me. But in something that costs this much money, I think I would have did a clamping. I would do a clamping one. If I was advising you guys to do it, I'd do a clamping one. For me personal, I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. And I did black because then it allows me to kind of mix and match, because not many of these have been built. And there's things that you're going to find out that are, we're going to find the issues with stuff when we're building it. So I kind of did black. So worst case scenario, if I had something that didn't work, well, I can just get another black part and I don't have to ano match it. And, it isn't a nightmare. And those are my decisions for my build. Yeah, your build, you do which way you want. Now I do. And if you guys haven't seen the video that Jason did yesterday, I watched it. It was a nice little video. Nice compliments on the designs. But it's imperative that if you're going to build one of these, either you send it to someone that knows what they're doing, and there's a lot of guys out there that do great work on it, but there's certain things that you need to look out for. And Jason, go watch Jason's video on that, because he nails it right on the head. It's nothing wrong with the design. It's just something that if you want to do a certain type of three-way, it's not going to be as effective, and it's maybe a little sloppy. I hear the dog's going nuts out there. And so there's things that, work with your builder. Don't go and buy all the parts and then go, that's all I want. I bought all the best stuff. Well, maybe it is good stuff, but maybe it's not the best part for your build, if you know what I mean. So sometimes you think you're getting all the latest and greatest stuff, and and then it just doesn't work right, and you've kind of wasted money. If you ano mashed it, then you've really wasted money, because now you've got a part that's kind of a bastard child, and you're going to either strip it and reanodize it, and hopefully it survives, all that good stuff. But yeah, so yeah, yes, yes, there was a lot of beaver chewing on it. I did a lot of work on it. I probably did about 25% of the sanding on it, and then let's talk about the end. It's sent off to Mario at FX. Mario's doing a lot of these. I know Ruckus is doing a lot of them. I don't know if Arc is. I haven't heard much from Arc, but yeah, no, you get it. It's like you got to gloss it, you got to polish it to dust it to make it look really good, and it is kind of double the work. But I would have been fine with having dust and some milling marks because I wanted a workhorse. I just wanted a workhorse. I didn't want a showpiece, because most likely when it's a showpiece like this, I won't play with it. I'll shoot it a little bit and it just will hang on the wall. It will be a wall hanger. It's because I have my work guns. They're not here. They're my Desert Foxes, and we're dust black. I love it. So thank you, Jason, on that one. Appreciate that. It is. So this has, excuse me, FX did the anodizing. Mario did a great job. Great communications. We had a little scare. We thought we'd lost some of the parts, and it ended up being the bottom of the package with a bunch of other anodized stuff for another manufacturer that was coming to for another project coming to me. And so I scared Mario, and I freaked out, and he got all nervous, and then I found the parts, and I felt pretty embarrassed. So I'm going to fall on the sword for that. 100% my fault, and sword following. So, but Mario wanted to do some, like, all these other things, and I'm like, nah, don't want that. And just want black. So we're going to go through some of the stuff. Like I said, if you haven't watched Jason's video, we're going to talk about some O-ring stuff. And I don't know. I haven't put this together. The first one I put together, I didn't have any issues. But every time something's milled, there could be a little variances and stuff like that. But let's see. What do we have? Let's see. Let's kind of go through my part selection here. And I don't know if I got it right here. So ShockTech pump arm, ShockTech trigger plate. This looks like an Extreme Rage roller sear, and I got to see if it's hardened. I don't know. It's brand new. I've always really liked these. I think they always work really good. A Tactics timing rod shaft. ShockTech fat hammer rounded lug. ShockTech IVG. A one-off. These are the brass fat rats, unobtainable, so don't ask. This is one of mine. This has a specific valve seat, different than anything else, the test valve seat. Okay. Yeah, no, I think all the anodizers are doing just really cool stuff. They all have their skill set. Like if you want a certain design, you go to Mario, or you go to Ruckus, or you have. If you guys don't know this, Aaron, who's in chat, Aaron the Beard, I'm going to put him up here again. Aaron's another guy that's kind of knocking it out of the park. Go check out his page. He's going to get an angel for me here, hopefully within the next couple months. And he's going to do. I'm actually, I got an angel. Not a big angel guy, but I've always told you're going to like it. So I went and did one after 20 some odd years of no thank yous. But he's going to get that, and I think he's going to give him free reign. Just do what he wants on it. Just make it look fucking cool, you know. And he's got a good eye. So another guy, if you're looking for something a little different, his fades are he's killing fades, guys. If you're a fade guy, he kills it. And I do know that he's got good training behind him. So he's not some guy that's just a fly-by-nighter. He's legitimately putting effort and time and energy into his stuff, in his craft. So, which is good, because you see like Ruckus, Mario, You know, Aaron, the bearded Highland, and aesthetic, you know, up out of Canada. Tyler does great work, you know, and art, and there's just, you know, it's an art thing. So anyway, so Mario did that. Let's go back through the Mario did this one. I asked for red accent parts. I have my beef back block top pole, kill shot knob, and this is really rare. I'm going to pull this out. I don't know how many came this way, if many at all. Like maybe just mine. So I'm going to try to get this in. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put it up. If I can get it in the light here, I'm going to. There it is. There it is. That's actual representational size, if you're curious. So this has been dicked. Sorry, it's totally a dick product. But this is a beef back block. I opted not to anodize the factory block and the other beef back block I have for a reason. I figured that I'm going to make probably $1,000 on those things when I sell them to some poor guy that really, no, if someone really needs it, I'll probably sell it. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things that maybe I'll keep. It only fits this body. And I just didn't want to anodize it because there's no need. The other thing, let's see. Okay, so ShockTech, we talked about that. ShockTech bolt is a brand new bolt. I'm probably going to get an O-ring motor bolt from Jason. And I got to get it turned so it will. I can turn this. I've done them. I just don't like doing them. There's a way that I can do it, and then I got to drill it, and it's just not fun. But so I got to turn it. LPR. So I got this kind of cool LPR going on right here. Let's see. I got to catch up on stuff here in the beard. No, it is. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not. There's no pleasure in this cock ring mounted bolt. It's because it's not cock ring mounted yet. So I probably have. I think I got the bolt from Vazani because he was doing it for the beef back blocks, and either he's already turned one for me and he hasn't shipped it. I don't know. I haven't. I tried to call him a couple days ago, and he hasn't answered. So hoping I know he's working on a special project. So. It's not paintball related. This guy says, man, I need that back block. I'm doing another F6 in Dick camo to match my Dick camo. Yeah. Oh, well, hold on. Sorry, I got to. You mean that you need the one with the dick on the back? No, that's unavailable, unattainable. But I have this really cool LPR, guys. Can someone guess who makes this LPR? I'm sure I know this is, you know, I don't know. It's kind of maybe obvious. Let's start putting it together while we're talking. I'll see what they have. Normally I use green Loctite. I'm going to use blue on this because it's not an official ShockTech build. So I can use blue. Run it in and out a couple times. There we go. And I polish all this stuff up. Get it all polished up. Oop, put that in my hand like this. Nice and tight. Wipe off the goobers. And the other thing I do on my stuff is I buy these on the back of ShockTech LPRs. They have a little jam nut, and it's usually steel. And you see it here, and I'm going to try to bring it up. And you see that little jam nut. On my MasterCard, I buy the stainless steel version. If you want to know what size it is, go to ShockTech's webpage. Go to the LPR page, look at the diagram, and look for this. It's called a jam nut, or it's a hollow lock nut. That's what it's called. And buy it in stainless steel. And what it does is, if you're in an area that has a lot of moisture, folks, and that starts to rust, there's in here. It's called cinerated. I think it's called cinerated metal. It's perforated little. Beads have been welded together, and it's like a filter because this uses an aircraft grade Schrader valve. It's rated at, I think 3,000 or 10,000, no, 5,000 psi, I think. Made by Schrader. It's aircraft. You buy it from aircraft stores. And but it's got a little Teflon seal in there. And what will happen in time, I've seen, okay, is that you'll get the nut will rust. And if you're in an area that's of a high humidity and you're getting water in your tank and it's eventually working its way through, it will rust, and that rusty water will make it so that incinerated filter and then onto that Teflon seal, and eventually the Teflon seal will go bad because it gets this little red staining rust and eventually just goes bad. Get a stainless steel one and you probably going to lessen the chance of that little reg seat should last a very long time. So but anyway, so this is a ShockTech LPR, and if I could convince them to make them like these, which is tough because they do things for a certain reason, and I respect that. I took a, and this is, I got to come up with a nifty name. Hold on, I got to catch up. I think the duck. Made a few rounds. If it's oh yeah. Kokomo. Charles. I'm trying to catch up on this stuff here. So anyway, I would like them to do this, but to get things to change, they do things for a reason. One is they have some aesthetic reason why they do it, and then they have some machining reasons why they do it, and since I'm not the person spending money over there, I just can make suggestions, and they can decide if they want to go with them or not. But this knob is, I think it's for an Inception. Actually, do I have one here? No, I don't. Inception LPR. Thought I had one there. I think this is the twister knob that Killshot Customs did for the Inception regulator, and Vazani sent me one, and I go, hey man, send me one of those. I want to try it on something, and he did. So I took the front half of the ShockTech FGP or LPR, and I drilled it out. By the way, I'm not a machinist. I have a Harbor Freight lathe. Harbor Freight, folks, and it's 20 years old. I need to put a new belt on it. I've made so much stuff on that. If you take your time and you practice and you just throw it all out the window and just say, well, if I fuck it up, I fuck it up, right? I drilled it out, then I milled out this, and then I threaded this for this cap. And the cool thing about it, I did a couple things on it. The cool thing about it is, on a typical ShockTech LPR, they're a high volume LPR. It's that he really wanted a high volume. There's enough air in here to charge that RAM like 3 times before you need to really fill it back up. And what I did is I took, it's not a Simon thing. This was A&S actually did this on their LPRs. Is typically if you want to access these 2 O-rings on this piston, which generally never go bad. If you want to relube them or whatever, you take this, you split this right here at the seam, and then you got to take this barb off to get the piston up because the barb sits lower in there. And so with this setup, I come right out the front. So this gets assembled, this stays on the gun, and I can service this. I can get to the Schrader valve, I can get to everything without taking anything apart on this. And I think I'm going to show Danny this. I think he's going to like it. I can use the ShockTech spring. I'm trying a little different spring in here. I'm just curious to see if it works. Because I kind of want to have this to be, I'm going to take that spring off and I kind of want it to be all the way, almost all the way down like that. I want it to be fairly close. That's what I want it to look like on the gun. I don't want it to be stuck out like that. I want it to be almost nearly all the way down. So I have a little, this is actually one of my valve springs. I think it will work because it's longer. It's going to put a little more tension on it. It sits in there. So we will see how this works. The bummer is I have the hole there for the set screw. Hold on, get going. Why can't I there? And so I can't do anything with that. I can put a little tiny nylon set screw in there. I'm not going to, probably. Let's see. A couple years ago. Let's see. Yes, there it is. You've been Docfired. The Docfire mod. And so the thing is if I can get ShockTech to do the same threading, then you would be able to use Inception knobs, Resurrection knobs. You could really take a ShockTech LPR and kind of customize the front half of it. And why more people haven't made different knobs kind of shocked me. Vazani has. Well, Jason, when it comes down to, there's techs, like normal, like you guys. And then there's me. And I'm the master and chief super master Bader tech. And so I'm the super master Bader tech. All right. And we do things with pump arms. We do weird things with pump arms. No, I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. I have no idea. No. So, put a ShockTech Schrader valve in my penis. Hey, get off the whistle, pig, buddy. I'm paying attention to you, buddy. I am. He's on a rampage. So that was my thing. We're calling You've Been Docfired. This is the Docfire mod. Jason always has great names. Mine are always kind of boring. And so Jason's named it for me. I appreciate that. Let's see. Where else? What else today? Okay, so I'm going to start putting things together, I think. I want to do some test video. Oh, here's the other thing. My caulking rod. Oh, whatever, buddy. You're not a nobody until you're somebody. It could be. Not, and I don't drink, so. And I don't know if you guys see my face is all red because I'm super sensitive to temperature, and it's like I keep the house at 70 now. It sucks. I went out in the garage and it was hot as all Hades. Oh, Jason. Oh, there. That explains everything. It's Bullet Ride tonight. I know he's out in the shop building. Anyway. So my caulking rod here. I found this in my parchment. I've been kicking around. It's a little bit longer. I'm gonna bring it up into the camera here. I don't know who makes this knob. Richard Roll said this live feed's going sour, isn't it? So this knob is, come on, get in there. You're gonna focus on it. It's a little bit longer. This little bumper is this triangle. It's actually really nice. This could have came like on a Jenks cocker or some Chinese cocker. I had it in my box. It kind of fit everything. I kind of liked the twist on it. I thought it looked really good, and so that's what I shipped. Anyway. Cancel. Yeah, it's actually not hot here, but it gets hot in my garage in the afternoon. It's full sun. Yeah. Jason's at training. He's got nothing better to do. So, Anyway, I'm actually glad there's a lot of people on tonight. And people that are my friends. It's well, we all call each other friends, but we all know we're enemies because that's how we work. And it's nice to see Richard Rollefson in. He took a little break. I knew he couldn't control himself. He doesn't have that in him. Another great builder. But let's see, most recent. Let's get there. Longer than normal. Oh, the quotes of the year. My knob is longer than normal. He's back. What is that? Taking side bets. Jason on will leak. Yeah, right. So you guys watched the video. Like I said, my first one I did, it was that green camo-ish one that was done by a local anodizer here in the Bay Area. It's actually the guy that does all Bob Long stuff. Oh man, I can't think of the name, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. And that one we did the same thing. It was a Fat Rat lower tube kit on it, and I'm not a super fan of the Lazarus valve. When they work great. When they leak, they're a freaking nightmare. And so they're not my thing. And I think that if I got people that want Lazarus valves, I send them to Jason. And if he's not taking work, then I'll do them for him. And I asked Jason, hey, how do I fix this? What I need to do? And because I just don't want to mess with him. I'm just not a big fan. But anyway, I think we've already taught that. We're definitely gonna. It's the Austin Martin's definitely gonna leak because he's too distracted with Jason's harassing him. Yes, that's it, Jason. That's Arnold's metal finishing. And Charles he was right on second. It's not Precision LA. So anyway, let's get going on this. I haven't had any leaky things. My leaky things don't leaky things. I need to grab. Where are these? Do I have a set of springs here? Where are my springs at? Oh, here they are. Right here. Hold on. Where are my springs? Got springs around here somewhere. Am I out of? Oh, there. Here's these ours. Wow. Got a lot of. Okay, there's a spring and there's a. Why are all my springs out of the bags? Come on, get out of there. Shock Tech springies. Right there. Beep bop, beep bop. I am going to see how this fits. So, Dow 33. And I'm going to get a little puddle. Where do I want to put my Dow 33 puddle? I'm going to put up the upper corner up here so it's out of the way. Not dropping parts in it way up out of the corner. Make sure you close your lid every time on this. It gets bad. It doesn't like oxygen. I'm going to skim this with a little Dow 33. These are the number 15s on it. And mine feel nice and snuggy wuggy. Snuggy wuggy. God, I pray for leaks. Hey, Jason, I thought I told you my secret on this. We all have secrets. Jason has more than most. I'm sorry. $5 to trigger sticks, LOL. Man, you guys have no faith. No faith in my abilities. See, I know what springs. I know the spring issue with this because Meteor does the same thing. They don't drill it for the normal size spring, and it drives you nuts. So I've sourced springs for these. All right, let's flip this around. Uh-oh, come on, get out of there. See, this feels like it's nice and snug. So I'm going to get out my fix, guys. Where are they? Right here. Did it rub off? 2x12. Okay, so this is the 2 box, the 2 buys. So these are 70 durometer, some are 90s, but 70 durometer metric O-rings, 2x12, 2x13, 2x14. I'm gonna remark these on here. Where'd my pen go? Okay, I have my pen a second here. There. This is the 12, 2x13, 15. I don't know what those are. The 2x13s, we'll take that out. We'll take a 2x14. And I get these from the O-ring store, so I label them how they're labeled at the O-ring store. So when you're looking these up, I'm going to pull this one off the front here. Where'd my barb pulley thing go? Let's see. If you kind of look, this is just a number 15. You guys can kind of see that there, right? So these I find, if you're doing like a NUMEC build, like a NUMEC Necro Call or something like that, the lower tube is 0.70 and it's precise 0.70. And you're going to have a nightmare of a time sometimes getting valves to seal on them. Because what happens on 11/16 guns, this is the fatal flaw with this valve system, is that when you put the valve in, let's say pretend this is a valve, it's in the tube, and then you run that jam nut up on the bottom, because that's the only thing that holds it in place. It will push the whole valve up, and it will leak past that front O-ring because it's pushed the whole position out of place. And it depends on the size of the valve. And so if you're AKA and you're making 11/16 guns and you're making valves for them, your tolerances are built for the bodies that you're making them for your stuff. And it's kind of where the superiority of the front biased O-ring on the valve, that's a standard Cocker valve, is a superior setup than that. And so Inception Designs had the same issue. Simon had the same issues where he was running into it, where he would tell people not to tighten that screw. When we did the Fat Rats, because I designed, Dan Vazzani and I designed the outside of it, which just seems pretty simple, right? It's just 11/16, right? And some O-ring grooves. Well, we measured every body we could find, from NUMEX all the way down to, custom 11/16 stuff, and we found the right land grooves. We made them wide enough for 2mm O-rings. The screw that goes in the bottom is the 18-degree cone, and the bottom of the valve is 18-degree coned, so it's designed to not push the valve up. It's designed to lock it in there so it doesn't move forward or backwards. It's designed to place it in there and then line the hole up. And that was, because all the inside of the valve was already engineered. That's what ShockTech did. So that's what we did. So the 2x13s and 2x14s, guys, get these. If you're a tech, get these 2 sizes in your kit. 70 durometer, get them from the O-ring store, buy a couple hundred of them each, and they're lifesavers. You're doing a resurrection, you're trying to put any of these 11/16 valves that want to leak in there, that is the fix. So you're not, and it is really important on these, because now you have this front chamber, right? And this has got the Vasa screw that's sucking down and pulling this out of place. You've got the frame hole screw, the front frame hole screw, that's sucking up and it's pulling it down, and it's going to want to leak out the top. And so the more and more that you're trying to pull that tight, and with these slotted screws like this, you kind of got to get them snug. They want to shift, and it's frustrating to be, but that is a fact. They look great, but they're kind of frustrated on that. And I find that these O-rings tend to work good, so let's try I'm going to snap on this 2x. I think this is way too big. No, this would work. It's gonna, yeah, this one's, no, it's not gonna work in this guy. I'm gonna pull it out. It got trapped in there. So let me pick this one out. This is the 2x14. On this guy is a little too big, so I gotta bend this up, get my clipper, clip it. Come on, there we go. I'm gonna just slide it out. Let's try the 2x13, which is a little bit more of a stretch fit. Yeah, 2x13. 2x13 is what I'm going to use on this front one, and I'm probably going to use it on these bottom ones too. So I'm going to get just, and I want to think I did this on the last build. I did these, and I didn't have any leaking issues. So we're going to go 2x13s on the Tactics internals on these. And I'm trying to catch up. Hey, William. Buddy, how you doing? Let's see how this is. So that's what I'm going to use. And the thing is, you know, we haven't built a lot of these guns. None of us have. Let's see. I go. Yes. Yep. And then you can use what 90 15s. And so like if you go to ShockTech's website and you go to the Fat Rat page and you look at the Fat Rat, there's a note in there that talks about different O-ring sizes and generally what works with certain gun styles. It's kind of a thing. Filthy. Yeah, yes. I'm not building a Bob Blanc gun. It does work, Filthy. But I would rather use an O-ring that is fitted, and I don't buy Dow 55 anymore. It's by the time I need it, it separates, and it's hot garbage. And I have not needed it since, so I just don't do it. I think it's the cost of Dow 55, like that tube, like this tube right here is like $40, right? This is ridiculous. And the Dow, and then I threw away a half tube of Dow 55 because it was like 5 years old, and it was separated. It had like the orange goo coming out of it, and the pasty stuff was, you know, sucking giant ding dong, I think. Submarine capital of the world. I'm just trying to catch up on it. It ain't you. I'm trying to catch up here. All this. So, anyway, I use Docfires. Oh, you mean the Cochrane lube, which is Slickoline? No, I have that. I have a big old tub of Slickoline right here. This is the other stuff I use. There's a place for everything. A brand new tub. I like Slickoline. I think it has its place. So let's lube that up. And we're going to shove this in. I don't want to grab it on these. Yeah, just make sure it's not. I got these little holes in the bottom I got to get past. There we go. Watch it leak like just a son of a bitch. That would suck. And you got to put this screw in here. This is. I got to get the building. I got to. All right, I'm just going to put a screw in there just to hold that in place because I'm going to put the valve in. And oh, I need my valve nuts. Where's my valve nuts? I got shit everywhere around here. Hold on, let me find my valve nuts. There they are, right there. I have pointy. I don't have black. There we go. I thought about stainless ones of those. I need one of these, like a couple of these guys. What's that one? No, don't need that. Let me make sure I don't need anything else in here. This is pretty much my frame screws. I'm gonna leave that up here. Here's my valve nuts. And we're gonna go like this. Oh, I got a Shontek sticker I need to save. It needs to go in the save file. I have spares over there. Spares over here, spares over there. All right. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice and goobery. Go like that, go like that. This, oh, I want 2x13s on this guy too. Get a couple of these guys. 2x13s. Some urethanes that were on here. And then I need my spring. And I want to, I want to get a little bit of silicoleum grease on my spring. People will complain about the twang sometimes, and I find out if I don't like lube these springs up, they'll get a twang sound to them. I don't know why it does that. It should snap on like that. I need more Dow 33. Dow 33. I'm gonna spin that around. And I don't normally put it this heavy. I don't normally lube my shaft up that heavy. But sometimes there's a lot of shaft lubing that needs to happen, you sickos. Hold on. Hold on a second. Get this guy out. I got my whole luber. Is it really 50 minutes? Are we really 50 minutes into this? Sorry, yeah, no, I talk too much. Richards. Yeah, he probably would have. He's fast. I can be fast if I want. If I'm not talking, I can usually rip through things. But I have like really hardcore ADD, so I'm all over the place, guys. Okay. Oh, this is, well, maybe tight. Uh-oh, maybe tight. Maybe I need my other O-rings. Hold on, where's my pliers? Gotta crap onto this now and try to get it out. I should have dry fit this first. I haven't put this valve in there, so I don't know if it works. So let's pull everything off and let's see if the valve goes in there. Maybe I F myself. Maybe this valve's just a little too tight in there. I have to use really a fat rat. Oh no, the valve is tight in there. Oh wait. Oh no, there it goes. I think I can get away. I gotta push that valve out. Gosh darn it. Where's my pushers? Wow. Everything everywhere. My pusher stick here. This guy right down in there. Really? You're not gonna fit in there? Yeah. What a fiasco. Let's get my wooden stick and push it this way. Oh, breaking things. What the heck? I think I just have some little flashing in there. Maybe these guys, remember we built this a little different. I think I'm going to try, I'm going to put 15s on here. Got a couple 15s. We're going to put 15s back, a brand new 15s right there. We're not going to do the 13s because it feels like this is a little bit tight. Remember, we engineered this to be special different. There's a lot of engineering going on. Spit on. Oh, I spit on it already. That was all off camera. You can't show that. Facebook will shut me down. I got only Cockers site up and running. Only Cockers. I get all these tools out of here. So all I need to do is drop a valve on something. Let's see, come on. Yeah, that's gonna go. I gotta get my pushing stick. There we go. I gotta make sure I'm not clipping anything. See, this is the thing I'm afraid it's gonna leak. No, it's going. Okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit of lube. This is really tight, and it's tight because the O-rings. So I know this will be good. But see, I'm not using a Lazarus valve. Yeah, that didn't clip. That didn't clip. Come on, one more, and that one didn't clip. Okay, so now I get my tool, line that up. There we go. Get this guy. A little bit of Pew Loctite. Let's see, Jason, 50 minutes and he still doesn't have the shaft lubed. You know, it sucks when you guys are so jealous. Richard. Hey man, I'm not that old, alright? Fuck you guys. I'm out of here. What movie's that from? Let's see, find lube. If it's tight. That's right. More lube if it's tight. Alright, let's get a fat rat put together, or a fat hammer put together with a rounded lug and a screw. I need my Especial screwdriver. Where'd it go? Here it is, right here. Okay, now this is one thing I do is I put the body over there because have I dropped a fat hammer on a body before? Oh yeah. And has it fucked up the body? That's the wrong screw. That was the wrong set screw. Gosh darn it. If it wasn't for Jason, I wouldn't know what screws. He's the one that gave me the secret sauce on these screws for a Shoptech fat hammer. So a specific screw, hard to find, little nylon screw right there. And the one that was in there was wrong. Go figure. Okay, where'd my screwdriver go? It's right there. Plop that guy right there. Run it backwards until you feel the threads click, engage. There it clicks. No, did it click? Come on, click. There's the click. That's the old fireman trick right there. Indexing your threads. Run them backwards until you feel the two thread starting points click. When they click, then you can go the normal way. Old fireman trick. I'll tell you. That's 32 years of being a firefighter. Is coupling hoses. You learn really quick that it's really fast. You spin them, 2 fingers. There's little tangs on them, but you spin them backwards first, and you feel it click, and then as soon as they click, then you can. It was like whack whack, and they're tight. They're done. Why I know this shit. 32 years of doing all that stuff, and I thought it was all kind of only worth stuff for that thing. Aha. ADHD and whiskey is making this hilarious. Totally true, buddy. I have total ADHD. I'm surprised I haven't started working on the pneumatics halfway through the bottom tube. Because I can see myself doing that. All right. I can come out here. I hope this... Yeah, the hammer feels so good in there. I'm going to... Oh, look what I have here. A little stand. Oh, does that work? Another little stand. That doesn't work. A little drop of oil. This is this Liberty Products. I get this on eBay and Amazon. It's clear non-stain lubricant for sewing machines. It's actually really, really good lube. I use it for metal on metal. It's a nice lightweight. It does not, since it's for sewing machines, you think about sewing machines have a lot of parts that are moving in and out and, up and down and all around. So metal on metal parts. And that's why I use sewing machine lube, because it doesn't tack up. It doesn't get tacky. Some of these lubes will get tacky with the wrong eyeshadow on and the wrong tattoos, the wrong tramp stamps, and they just get totally tacky, and you just can't be seen in public with them. Richard knows all about it. All right. Fuck you guys. This is not kid friendly. I think that's close enough. Right there. Look at, things are starting to move. Now this is going to come back out because I forgot to polish this today. I forgot to polish that one. Hope these threads are not just fucking wrong on here. Little dowel, just a little bit of lube on that. Oh, I needed to oil the spring up too. Here's my zoom spout, LACO zoom precision spout. This is the other stuff. This is the stuff Shock Tech uses right here. Precision spout oiler, telescoping. What type of oil? It's LACO Industries out of Illinois. LACO. No wonder Danny uses it. And it's all-purpose lubricant, traction slowly. It's an all-purpose lubricant, which is a sewing machine lubricant, folks. Sewing machine lubricants. Don't use the firearms oils. I tried that. It's a specific firearm oil that is like a slide oil. I've had stuff, it just gets tacked up. It just gets, it's got the wrong eyeshadow on every time. And it's got a mustache. It's kind of scary. So, let's get this in here. I'm thinking on this guy, I'm going to go, well, where's flush? That's flush right there. So I'm going to go 1.5 turns. That's all. Because I have a huge LPC chamber on this thing, right? Huge chamber. Huge. Huge, I'm telling you. So that is on there. Lower tube is in. Things I want to do. Set that off to the side. Let's put the body on top of this upside down so I can lose that. Back block. This guy, I want to Loctite my pump armor to the back block. Yes. A Loctiter. I want this stuff to survive. Jason will probably cuss at me because I'm not putting my Loctite in the hole. I like to put it in dry. And wow. I mean, that literally stopped and lined up perfectly. When does that ever happen? February. I'm trying to catch up on the things. Oh, fuck you guys. I'm telling you, one more time, and I'm out of here. All right, so this beef back block is just going to sit there and cure. That is, I mean, literally, look at this. I literally stopped it, and I don't know if you guys can see this. It's perfectly aligned, no threads. Come on, focus. Flush with the back. This Shock Tech. It's like perfect. This one just fit. I mean, I've never had it line up perfectly. Never, ever. February. In February, that's never happened. So we got that. I need to go over here and where are they? Are they way over there? They're way over here. Hold on. I need to get some barbs. I need to talk to Barb. We're at the Barb farm. 1, 2, 3 barbs. Barb at the Barb farm. What do I have in here? What are those? Oh, those are eye covers. Weird shit people send me. This is my box of weird stuff. I forget that I put stuff in there. I gotta get a better setup again. I'm usually fairly unorganized, and now I'm even more unorganized. Let's get that. Let's get my three-way off. We're gonna do three-way stuff. We're gonna do three-way chunk. Arthur said you can't use my machine. Yes, agree with you there. That is the other one, is fishing reel oil. I used to use that all the time because it's readily available. But some of the fishing reel oils have now they have a scent in them for fish, and so I stopped using them because of that. Some of them. So let's go like this. That's my little starter. We're going to roll this in that. We're going to blow out the blue goo that's in there. And we're going to start that one. Oh, I need my... There's this 8th. That's the one. No, this is the one right here. I'm going to snug this guy down. There we go. That one's on. Another Barbie. Let's see. It's hard to be humble when it's me. I learned it from Richard and Jason, the most humble people I know. Oh, Bearder Works. Let me get where did I get these bins at? They're hard plastic. They kind of suck. They crack. I have a whole bunch of them. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, it's been beefed up all right. Oh yeah, that's Killshot Customs Dan Visani for you. He is a great friend, great machinist, like literally humbly great machinist. And you know there's a certain personality you need to be a machinist, and I'm not that personality. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do some of that stuff, but it is a level of precision that's I can get there, but I can't maintain. It just goes. I'd be the guy that they fired because I have like 100 parts that are all fucked up. It just requires a lot of attention to detail, and I have attention to detail. I have attention deficit syndrome. I have a short attention span. That's my wife. Tactics feels great in there. I need timing rodding to get that front block. I could put the front block on with the screw and the tactics thingy-dinger here. I could probably do that right now if I wanted to. I don't know if I want to or not. I think I'm going to build the frame. So let's put parts over here. Put that over there. Put this over there. Put this over there. Oh, the RAM. Here's something. Here's kind of cool. Let's see. This is be cool. Awesome. True. And I'm far from cool. I'm pretty fucking amazing. So this ShockTech RAM, I sent this off to be anodized, the barrel to be anodized also. I sized the O-ring for this tube. So I machine it down. Everything gets polished. So all these pieces get sanded and they get tie polished. And so it looks like, nice chrome or stainless. They're all kind of softened. They look really good. even I really work out the shaft. I really polish that. Yeah, yeah. I would say I'm gonna. I remember guys that use hoppies. I would get guns in for tuning, and I'm like, bro, you got to take your firearm lube and keep it with your firearms. Hoppies number 9 is got a chemical in it. It's horrible on O-rings, by the way. It's really difficult on O-rings, but it's got a chemical in it. It's designed to get the fouling off. And how I know this? Because I'm a firearms instructor. I've been for 30 years. Haven't taught firearms in a long time, but I did for a long time. Attention to detail, honoring distractions. Yes, Jake. Yes, it is. This is mine. And it's got the custom ShockTech FGP, which uses a kill shot twisted knob. And this is called the Docfire FGP mod. So if any of you fuckers decide to take this mod, you better call the Docfire mod. That's all you gotta do. You're more than welcome to do it. I encourage people to do it, please, because I think this is going to be really cool. This is the Inception knob, the twister knob that Visani did, and I machined out the front of the ShockTech FGP and then threaded it, and then put a little O-ring land groove area. Just gonna machine it in just so it would hold an O-ring if it needed it. And my threading's good. Feels great. And so it's kind of cool. So you can do that. It works. And oh, Jake. So this is, I'm serious. If you guys want to, I don't care. I mean, I do this for myself. I'm not going to do it for anyone else. And I would hope that you guys would offer this. So Jake, like the A&S LPRs or the Inception LPRs, I took the ShockTech one, 1032, tapped the bottom so I can, and look at that, I get this beyond the gun and I can take everything apart out the front. How cool am I? This was done on a hunch. Didn't know if it would work. The other thing is, yeah, Charles is correct on this. I think the further we can take firearm stuff away from paintball is really better in a lot of ways. It's never been, I mean, I love firearms and I think they have their place, and until the Second Amendment stuff gets all worked out in the U.S., where we've vilified firearms, I don't want paintball to be vilified, and it used to get vilified, and I think that's airsoft's now living that dream. But this is my Inception V1 or V2 rag. I don't know, it's probably a V2. It's got the Killshot Customs twister for the AKA 45 on it. And this is what I did. It's got, can I take the top off? Yeah. Typically, it's got the blue fire piston in there so you guys can see it. Get some light in here. Or I'll do it like this, you can see it. It's got the blue fire piston in it, which is the Resurrection / War Games piston, which is a shorter piston. Here's one right here. Oops. There's one right here. It's shorter than the Inception, exactly the same piston, but it's a 1/4 inch longer. And the reason I did this one in here is I wanted a shorter path for the air to flow. And the only way you can do that is you got to get a Resurrection top like this one, which will screw on the Inception, because Resurrection, Simon designed all that stuff, screws on perfectly, and it controls the headspace above the piston, so you're not pulling that piston out and destroying the little top hat in there, the bottom top hat. And this thing functions amazing. It's got my springs, it's got my piston, my reg seat, and the body's been machined to fit the AKA swivel, and then I've got my piston and a resurrection top, and I think it really looks good with this build. And this thing works like an AKA reg, if not better. I think but it's tuned. Like I've tuned this thing out, so it's something that I mean, it really works good. So very, very fast, super high flow, and that's the whole thing. So you guys can all suck it. So anyway, let's start getting this together. Let's get some pieces here. I do have a spring and a roller sear, which I know is soft on that. Let's get these little guys right here. While I'm here, I got the screw. I might as well get this in there. I need this guy. I might as well Loctite this little guy there because I need it. It needs to be Loctited. This is the set screw for the bottom. I just wanted to just go in a little bit more. Perfect. I don't really want to see it. Just want it to fleshy flush. Now let's make sure this guy screws in. Make sure everything screws in. I've already pre-fitted all this stuff, so that screws in. It's just kind of for shits and giggles. It's just somewhat assemble this bottom thing. I know I'm mousing over here. That fits good. We're going to put this guy right here. We're going to run this guy back here. We're going to get, let's put the ram on first. Ram. This guy. And I can go here. Spin it on from the back. Come on, get on there. You guys can kind of see what this looks like when it's all together. Because I don't know if I'll finish building this tonight. I probably will. I'll probably wake up at like 3 in the morning and work on it. Thank you, Richard. Here's that is. Kind of looks pretty good. I like that I didn't go full twisted. I think the contrast, I think it works out good. I think it looks really good. My personal opinion. Let me see what it looks like on the gun. Let's just do this. Let's screw this in. Come on. Watch these threads not go together. It's like it's one piece I didn't thread together. Really? You're not going to thread in there? Yeah, there you go. I know the tactic stuff is, they get good machining done. So there we go. That's what it's kind of going to go look like, guys. You like it? You like it? I think that looks pretty good. And yes, Jake, I know you're a gloss black guy. Sorry. You know what I forgot to do as a trigger shoe? I kind of wish I would have did a red trigger shoe. I thought I threw one in the box. I think I did. No, I didn't. It's not in the photos. Never mind. Anyway, so let's get this going. Charles says he has all day. All right, Chuck. Thank you, Richard, for that. Yeah, I don't know how many people are still here. Let me see. Let's see if it shows me on my end. I got 11 people. Oh, Fidel was watching. Hey, Fidel. Let's see. I think he is. Let's see if I can recycle this page. Let me go over to my YouTube channel too to see. I don't know how many people are on YouTube watching this. See if there's the YouTube live. There's only 4 on YouTube watching. Beardworks is on YouTube. Filthy McNasty is on Whit Williams on YouTube. Alright. Here we go. We can go like that. Like that. Like that. That. Go like that. Get a few more people here. Facebook tends to be the live place to do lives. Okay, I did put that on there, and that was dumb. I don't know why I did this. I take it off anyway because I need to Loctite something. Well, we'll do it. We'll do this right now. So here's a trick. You guys have easy on-offs. This is primer. It's 7649 Loctite primer, and I paint that in this hole here. And I do this with all my easy on-offs. Okay, we're gonna let that set. You gotta let the primer set up. So let's take this off a little bit. These two parts can just go. Oh, this is one that's not that. Forgot about that. It's got a fucked up pin on it. Little stain right there. Now it's coming out. So anyway, I'll show you what I do with that. I get myself my pliers for my pliers. They're there. I'll grab this guy. Now this is actually the wrong pin. I need to order a new pin. Probably why I haven't done this, but I can still pull this out. Just a little drop of Loctite on that. The primer should be dry. I'll slide that in. I'm going to get my Q-tip here. You get it all fluffy on the end. If you send easy on-offs, this is what I do for all customers. Easy on-offs is I Loctite this pin in place because I hate when it falls out. This one is falling out, and this is a replacement POS pin in there. That's aluminum. It doesn't really want to go in there that well. Why doesn't it work? This isn't. It's just a tight pin. That's all. If you're a little son of a bitch, you skunk sucker, get in there. Okay, there it is. Anyway, I'm gonna replace that pin. I don't really have to. It works fine. But what that does is, if that thing, you take it apart, that little pin doesn't fall out on the ground, you lose it. Really frustrating thing with the product. Okay, I need some blue Loctite. And just squirt some more blue Loctite out over here. A little dab will do me. Don't need much. I use dog point set screws for this stuff. We're going to screw this in. We're going to get it close. There we go. Let's see where this guy is. Oop, that's running high. Man, that is right on the money. That is literally just barely protruding there. Not a big fan of that. What's the other set screw? This one's going to come down from the top. I can bring it from the bottom. Can I? No, I can bring it from the bottom. I'm going to put a little lube in here because I want it to push the lube up. So it goes in the 11 threads. I usually don't like screwing it in from the bottom, but I'm worried about scratching the ano. But I'm not going to scratch the ano because I'm perfect. Let's wipe that off. Bring this in here and let's drop this guy down right there. Feels buttery right about there. Buttery is just a term that I'm using to say it feels smooth. Okay, these guys, this is the This is the stuff. Let's see. I've never tested this. I probably should send this back if it doesn't work. But here's my file. So let's see. Yeah, it's not. It's soft. I can harden them. I know how to harden, so I'll probably just harden that myself. There's the spring there. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna get a Shock Tech spring right here. Got a whole poop load of them. So here's these are the springs I like to use. Are the Shock Tech slider frame springs. I think they're really nice. But the problem is, when you try to put this in there, it's just too big. It's just because it's the standard size. Oh, there's a little mouse that just went by. So we're going to put this spring, which comes with that guy, in there. And we're going to get yeah, I need a different, I need this guy right here. It's got to get everything up over the little lip. There it is. A little bit further. There it is. And this spring should be fine. Yeah, that feels like a Shock Tech spring. So it's a good spring that they used. That goes there. This is, let's make sure everything spins on this guy. Yes, it does. We're going to put, and let me see, let me run my file across this guy. Yeah, that's definitely hard. These guys, I get these from, these look just like the Extreme Rage series. And you know who has these online is the, it's the new Paintball Gateway, whatever they call it now, Adrenaline or something like that. And you can get these, and they're not that expensive. I've always liked these. I always thought they were nice. A loop there. We're gonna go like this. Try to line everything up. There's that. Feels good. All right, well, let's see if we can get this frame on. I'm gonna pull that off, and I'm gonna pull this off. Let's see if I can get this frame all buttoned up on here. I do need a timing rod, but I can always put that on at any time because it's an open timing rod. So let's see if I can do this. At least see if I can get this on here. I need, this guy needs to be lifted up a little bit, and I need the back screw, 1032, because I don't have one. What size is the back one? Back one just needs to be a shorty. Doesn't need to be that tall. Yeah. Do this guy. I just want to see which screw seems to be. Yeah, I can do that guy. I think I want to do that guy. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna get this guy started. I can. There's a fiddle fart around here. Like that. I need an O-ring in the front here, which I have right here. All those O-rings are for. Garbage. We're going to get a little bit of lube on that guy. And then I want to drop a little bit of oil right here on this plate on either side. And on the bottom right there. And on the back there. Let's see if I can get all this to go in there. Okay, that goes there. I'm gonna go like that. We're gonna go like this. And I don't really, I need a longer Allen. see my 1/8" Allen out of here. Let's see. Let's go like this. That snugs down there. That snugs down there. Feels amazing. I mean, I think I nailed it there. But I am going to do this. I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to snug that down. Snug that one down. I'm going to back them off just a smidge. Back this one off just a smidge. That should be good right there. I need a trigger shoe, and I have one here. I think I have one in here. Oh my God, not in that box. Where's my trigger shoes? I had another box of trigger shoes. Trigger shoes, where are you? Look, I have these grip panels. They're matte though. No. I'm gonna put some Hogue palm swells on it right now. Just grab those while we're at it. Here. And I need a trigger shoe. Trigger shoe, where are you? Trigger shoes. Black, right here. Trigger shoe, where are you? Got some Hogues, some Pogues. Okay. Got right there. No, that's not where I want it. Down just a little bit. Right there. That looks good. Right there. Ooh. Ooh. Feels really nice. Not complaining. Let's put the grip panels on it. I need some 832s. I think I need 832. Yeah, these look like 832s. 832. Smell my poo. These are the guys I'm going to use. Let's go like this. I normally have black ones of these little flat top screws. Where'd my other one go? I need all 4 of them. I need to order more of these guys. I need to order the black ones too. But the silver looks good. That goes there. Now, these are not going to be the official screwies on here. I hate being too big. Yeah, I'm sure you do, buddy. What a horrible problem you got there. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. I think I still want to back these off just a little bit. Like that. Just feels a little bit better. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna get my little remaining amount of lube I have there. Lube that up. This is gonna go in here. Like that. We're gonna take this screw. We're gonna drop her down. That's the wrong Allen key. This is the right Allen key. Ooh. I'm not going super snug on that. It just needs to be snugged up. That goes there. Feels darn good, guys. Feels darn good. I don't know why I put this front block together. Let's just kind of start assembling things. The one thing I do need to do while we're at it is I need my blue one. You get this screw off. I need to file it down just a little bit. And I have a file right here. And I'm going to set the gun over here because I don't want to file and fuck things up. to do this a little harder. Of course, I have the wrong screw. It's just a smidgen long, and I can't find the. I got to get this little stainless steel one, or I may use this black one. Okay, let's get this file from this side. I'm gonna file the threads back. I want to make sure this guy goes in here. Yep, threads in nice. I'm gonna get my bolt, make sure the bolt goes all the way through. Make sure it goes in the front. See, it feels like it's sticking, so I need to back this out. Yeah, still need to file that a little bit more. Let me screw it in. Let me see where I need to be with this thing. See if I can feel it in there. I need a flashlight. I have a flashlight right here. I can see how far that's protruding. Yeah, I just need to go a little bit more. So that answers that question. I usually have a nice flappy grinder, sandy disc thing that I use. But that's out in the garage, and that means I'd have to go out in the garage. And it's a billion degrees in there. And I can file right here, and it'll be a little more controlled. And let's file down the sharp edges on the threads. Okay, little blow. Threads in nice, no binding. Take the flashlight, look down in there. Doesn't look like it's protruding. Let me run the. See, and I'm not a big, I'm not thrilled with these ball pins. Not my favorite. I think they look great. I'm going to take the ball tent out right now. And I think I'm going to trim that ball tent down a little bit. I just want to see, make sure the bolt goes in here and doesn't jam. I don't need the ball tent to be in my way of this screw. File, I want that over there. See, the screw is still there. I got to file more. So what's it say? It says so not in the garage soon. Mouse right. Let's see. Richard, what's your next build? I know you're scheming and planning. I know you can't control. What are you thinking about? You know what I want to do? I want to convince ShockTech on this. I want them to reach out to Planet Eclipse and say, look let's do a collab on the Nexus cocker. Ryan Beard did a Nexus cocker that was machined out of a Mozak blank. I think Mozak did machining. Very, very fucking cool gun. And what he envisioned the Nexus should have been the next level. And I really liked it. I mean, it's a really good looking gun. And I'm not a huge mid-block plan unless they're electric. That's perfect. Okay. And so he did that. I'm going to trim this down just a smidge. Where's my trimmers? I'm going to taper trim it. I have a whole bunch of these. So sizing your ball tents. I can get it just clipped. There we go. That's all I want, just a little bit. I don't want it to protrude that much. Just need a little bit. And anyway, Yeah, right, Alex. And I think that go with that kind of classic DC director cut look. And but I'm thinking, you know, a lot of guys, they do an e-cocker. You know, if you were to do another Nexus, you'd have to do an e-cocker frame. And so I don't think it's as viable. I mean, I'm sure you would sell a whole bunch, but they would have to make a new frame. You would have to really sell a lot of the. Yeah, that's perfect. You'd have to sell a lot. That bolty temp work. If not, I can shorten it. I can make a longer one in there. Of those kits, so you'd have to do a run of them, and to make it work out, it would be really expensive. Yeah, so I think it's a tough one to get past, because I think that you would have to, doing the body design fine. I think there's things that could be incorporated from another manufacturer, ShockTech, that they do. That's one thing I don't like about this. And then, come on, get out there. I shouldn't have pre-assembled this, just for shits and giggles. I think there's stuff that they could do on it that would be an improvement. And I think there's stuff that the Nexus could do, be kind of cool. But I think that's those body cuts, and kind of harping back, I would want to get rid of all the jewels. I never liked that. I'd like to see that machined into the side, because I always thought the jewels are cool until they don't work anymore. Then they're not so cool. Then they kind of like gruel. And then you're trying to, 10 years down later, you're trying to find jewels that match. So, I don't know. It's one of those. I think it'd be cool. I've been meaning to talk to Danny about it, but it's one of those things. It's like, is that a project that would be viable? Oh man, I gotta be really careful with this. So one thing this is like really, it's almost like it's a metric. Well, I got metric ones right here, I think. I think I got a metric one right there. It's like they made this metric, I think. It's not metric, but a metric one works better. I gotta line this up and tighten this down. Don't like using a metric one on there. So I think it would be really cool. I think it's doable. Okay, where is this guy? This is not the wrong one. This metric one sucks. In fact, this is just a really tight fit to get that in there. It's just tight. I want that nice and snug. I want this front block twisted. Okay. Gap looks good. Put things back away. Sorry, I'm going to get to you guys. We're going to post your comments up here in a second. But I think a Nexus would be really cool. I think ShockTech's got the back block profile wired for all that. I think the internals, I think they could do is they could make it the back of the ShockTech bolt look like, that could be anodized aluminum. I think there's a lot of things you could do that'd be really, really cool on that. But it's a lot of coordination to get going on that. Stretch this little O-ring on there. There we go. That goes there. Little tiny O-ring. Where is my picky pick? Right here. So, oh wait, hold on. So Charles, let me get back up. Sorry, Richard. Send that. I think it'd be really cool to do the Nexus. And I think it'd be just a really neat looking gun. And I can't think of... I think ShockTech would be the company to pull it off the best. And yes, I'm a shill. I'll admit it. I like quality products. You know, I'm not going to deny. You know, every company has their... Oh, that needs to go right there. That goes right there. And then this guy right here is going to be blue Loctite on place. Who said I couldn't get this done? I did get a lot of stuff done. I still need a timing rod. I need to polish the timing rod up. And I have not tested this LPR, so this goes here. Let's screw this guy in. This is my gauge of how far this needs to spin around. Until it stops, then back down just a little bit. There we go. Then this can spin off. Be really careful. I think I can back that down just a little bit more. Oh, there it goes, right there. Then I need to get this guy. We're gonna Loctite that on. A little dot there. So Richard says, I think I put this up there. Got 3 builds in limbo: PE mech conversion, CCM factory team Merlin, 03 J2 Two-Face. Why have I seen that gun before? I have seen, who had that gun before? I think I remember that gun. Anyway, that's cool, Richard. Way, way cool. Let me see if, where this guy needs to... Oh man, do I keep going? Do I keep... That just feels really tight. I need to back off and spin it right to there. Okay, that needs to go there. That needs to go there. Hold on. This needs to go here. Oh, I need to put lube on this. A little bit of it right here. I'm gonna wipe off that excess there. Sorry, multitasking. What color hose should I use? Red? Do I have good red? Oh, I have blood red too. I think we'll use red hose. That goes there. That goes there. That looks good. This guy's gonna... I'm gonna put a hose. Here's the red hose I'm gonna use. What do you guys think? Red hose? I can always change it. A little bit shorter. There we go. I just happen to have a piece of red right there. And this one right here looks like it's right the perfect length. How about that? Hell, I could just go get my other piece of red hose, which is right here. Right over here. I think the red hose looks good. Right over here. Bird has just kind of have 10 builds in limbo. Charles is very, very well. Charles and Richard are very particular on their stuff, and it shows because they have really nice stuff. They got super nice junk. Did I make that too short? I did make it too short. Okay, too short. Too short. I'm gonna cut the perfect length. Take the piece that I just boogered up on, cut it about a 1/4 inch longer. There we go. 2 pieces of red up there for a customer. They need it. I like this red. I may go to black. We'll see. We will see. Wiggle that on there. wiggle that on there. And that can snap right there. It's a perfect little fit there. That's good there. That's good there. I need to get my Q-tip. Set with new Morlock boards, yes. Yeah. Yep, I think. You know, Sci-Fi just released some more Cocker boards. They're what do they call them? They don't have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi on them. They're off-grid. He calls them off-grids. And let's do this. Let's unscrew this. This is, I always do this guy last. Pump arm I always lock tight last. There's a reason for that. I still got to set cock and rod length and a bunch of other things. Funny thing is, this pump arm I got it from ShotTech and it was bent wrong. I had to rebend it. Happens. Oh man, this is going to be... I may have to trim this guy. Jeez. I may have to do some trimming. I need a shorter... I need a shorter... Oh wait, oh no. Never mind. That was... I don't have to trim it, I just didn't have it all the way forward. There it goes. Oh, it's perfect. Just a little bit of threads there. There we go. And then I'm just going to screw this on right here temporarily because I still need to Loctite all this. I always do the ram pump arm's the last thing I do. Charles Bird, he's got these guys he's got to do. Kraken Maelstrom, Odine SFL, Fire Series, which we talked about today. Yeah. Okay, so that needs to come up just a tad. There we go. Turn the bolt in here. Still got to turn the bolt. So that's got to be done. That feels good. Perfect. Still got to do that. We got to take this guy apart again. Come on, get that apart. See, that's Loctited there. Doesn't come out. Super nice. We're going to go like this. I'm going to put that right there. I need to get my clippers. All right, do I have this soft hose? This is soft hose. Oh, that needs to be unlocked. Let's see, let me catch up here. Most recent. Hold on. Fire Series, Charles, shut up. Red hose, yep. Austin says clear hose. 10, I need to catch up. My hose is too short. I know, so I'm sure you guys are taking count on all my funny sayings, right? Let's go right about there. Don't cut my fingers. Don't cut my fingers. Don't cut my fingers. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I'd say I should gas this up and see if it leaks, but it's only a timing rod. I need to go polish my timing rod up. I need to polish my rod up. It's not all the polished yet. Okay, that goes there. This goes there. Oh, almost perfect. This is going to get snug down there. And I'll Loctite these with purple Loctite. Just want anti-vibration. There, that goes. Ooh. That feels good. That feels really good. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Okay, let me see what else I have here. I need to wipe the thing down because it really looks janky. That needs to be screwed in to where I think it's going to be. That's all lined up fine. Let me see if I have a timing rod that looks good on it. Like I said, I can't shoot it because I had the bolts needs to be clocked. But I think that turned out pretty nice, guys. Blue on... Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out. People's got some cool things. What do you guys think about this caulking knob? What do you think about that on the end? You like it? I kind of like it. I like the bumper too, although I wish it was black. I don't know, is it even the right length? Let's see. Well, fuck, it's almost perfect. I can adjust a little bit, but man, let's see. Yeah, I just gotta back it off just a tad. I can do that right now. Back it off to there, pull that back. Let me see how much I can I flip it around? Sometimes you can flip them around and they're perfect. Let's see how that looks. It's got a little more threads on the other side. I like to hide the threads if I can. Oh, that's literally perfect. Oh, that is. You can't write that. Okay, let me go like this. Where's my... Here it is. Spin that off. We're going to go down. Put a little Loctite on this, just a little bit. A little dab of blue will do you. Don't need much. Just enough to stick it there. Stick it to her. Then we're going to back the set screw down. And I'm going to grab onto this guy down at this end. A little snuggy duggy. And we're going to put him back in. Let's see. Perfect. Right, man, it's like it's meant to be. 1/8 inch. So that's what I do is I pull it all the way back, guys. Hold it back where the bumper is hitting, and I pull back on this. And right where so I pull back, make sure I'm not hitting the lug's not hitting the slot. But then where the sear catches, I see how much more. And if it's an 1/8 inch, that's freaking perfect. That's the trick. Quick cycling times. Wow, that looks great. This gun actually is a really... I'm glad that Mario convinced me to go gloss black. Definitely need to put that in just a little bit further. Not that it's Loctite, I just need to... Now that I got everything here. Now let's make sure that I still have that 1/8 inch. Go like this. Snap. Let's see. Watch it screw me now. Oh, it's right there. Probably back it off just a little bit. Let's back it off just a little bit. Right about to there. Screw the knob down. Tighten everything down like that. Now screw everything in. Still you can't see the threads. Oh wait, no, I went the wrong way. What, am I dumb or something? Alright, let's see, red macro hose too. I don't have any red macro hose. I need to buy some. I'm being a slouch on that. That may be where it needs to be. It's the only place it can be. But I can gain more. I know I can gain more. Because I still have not I can gain it by cranking down on this like that was supposed to be. Perfect. Perfecto. Oh, let's just go like this. Looking good. Looking good. I think that little accent, I know it's not lime, but I think it just kind of breaks things up. And it's, you know, it's grip material, so I, you know, my hands don't slip. They're all lubed up. Man, that is nice. Let's see, where's the... Yep, the bolt ends in a nice good spot. Let's put a barrel on this thing. Let's find a decent barrel. I think I got a nice gloss black one around here somewhere. We got that one. No. No. I've got this kind of cool barrel here, but I don't know if it fits. We'll throw this on there, just look a little different. See what other barrels. I do have a Scony Epsilon barrel, which looks great with it, gloss black. This is a guy that's making these barrels, and it's an insert barrel. I don't know. I don't think this is going to look good with this. No, I don't think it does. It doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't look... I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just, no, that doesn't work. I kind of want to Cerakote these guys. Like, it's a little too much chrome. I could use red heat shrink. I can get some fancy red heat shrink and heat shrink this whole thing. Kind of cool. This does not look good. So let me grab a different barrel. What else do I have up here? I'm thinking what would look good is just a dye barrel. What do I have? I've got this guy right here. The Scony Epsilon barrel. Got a couple of these. This is my working barrel, but still you get an idea. Let's see. I got more barrels. I got this dye barrel here. I'm a big dye fan. I could try a dye barrel. Let's take this dye off real quick. This is a dye with a dye tip and a Scony insert back. I got several. Oh, you know what I have? Oh, I think this is the barrel that's going on it right here. Okay, I got 3 barrels. Let's go through the barrel thing. Hold on. Everyone leaves. Now this isn't as shiny as the body. So I've got this dye, and I'm not, doesn't look bad. Okay. Doesn't look bad. Doable. Don't like this little transition here. It's a little too shallow. So maybe I buy one of those Mozak twisty barrels. I don't know. They're super expensive. Too many threads. Kind of too hard to deal with. This is the Scony Epsilon barrel. This isn't, it's kind of, this is a used one, so it's a beautiful black. It matches, the black matches. I don't know. Let me see. Dye barrel for sure. I'm not a big dye guy, so matches better here. I love Delta barrels. They're one of my favorite barrels, but does it fit this build? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe I should have went with a twisted barrel. I could probably find something online. Now here's the barrel. This is the barrel I think it's going to be the one that's going to be the winner for it. This is a brand new barrel too, and it's nice and black, and it looks good. This is Scony Dye XL. I think this is the barrel for it right here. What do you guys think about this one? Charles is asking how that's the fit is amazing, Charles. Absolutely amazing. I think this is the barrel. So with that, grab one more thing. 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 Let's get this somewhat in the finalized stages. This is the only nice thing about not having a slot there. The only nice thing. You need a 3 O-ring style. Oh, I need to poke that back out. Oh, come on, get out of there. I need to do this. Take that screw off. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Sconi's the barrel for it. Okay, let's snug that back down. Now let's go see if I can shove this guy back in there. Yeah, now he's lined up. I may have to adjust the timing rod length on this. Here's another trick I do on these screws right here. I do use blue or purple, whatever I have nearest me. And the front one, I just bring it down to just where it touches. That's all it needs. It just needs to hold it in place. And so this guy needs to come forward a lot. So I need to, and that is the bummer on these Tactics shafts, is that I think the distance here is a lot different. I think I may need to make my own shaft on this thing. Okay, so that's close enough. That gets me close enough. We're just gonna, and I'm gonna put this off to this bottom like that so you can't see it. Probably gonna get, I have little shorter screws I'm probably gonna run in there, but this is all gonna be polished out, so that shaft seems to be kind of in the right spot. Feels great, guys. Feels really great. So this is the barrel that's gonna go on it. I think this is going to be barrel fits nice. Here's a nice fit there. I want to see what it feels like without the O-ring. Get these tools out of here so I don't scratch the side of this body. I gotta turn the bolt, which will be a tomorrow project. I may use a metric O-ring here. See, I'm concerned that, yeah. My concern with this is sometimes on these guns, I gotta measure the depth from here down to here, and then I measure it here, and if it's significantly different, which it could be, this is shorter, then you have a gap there, and what I can probably do is I can see if the PWR insert fits in here, because this should be an XL. Sconi, I think this is an XL. Yeah, it's an XL. If it does fit, and they may fit in these, I can't remember if they do or not, then I'll cut this down for a PWR insert. And then I can know that it bottoms. Because right now it seems like it's bottoming on this shelf right here, and it creates a little gap there. Not the end of the world. A lot of times it's not a big deal, but I've seen it where you'll know if you have that gap if you break paint, and when you unscrew your barrel and there's paint all on the outside of this guy all around here and up to the threads, it means that there's a gap between the shelf. It doesn't butt up against the shelf in there. It's got a gap, and when paint blows up in there, then it goes around the outside and makes a good mess. And if you don't clean it off and you put it in your gear bag, then getting your barrel off becomes a real pain in the butt. But man, should we just see if it Should we honestly see if it gases up? Let's see if it gases up. Man, let's see if it leaks. I got the LPR off, so I don't know how much air is in this tank. Whoa. Okay, that's on it. No leak. No leaky. Okay, so my RAM is not Loctited, right? I don't know if the three-way is working either. Ooh. Yeah, I need a stiffer spring up front. So hold on, I got a plan for this. I got a plan. Look at, hey guys, where's Jason? No leaks. You guys would hear it if it's leaking. All right. He's probably like, son of a bitch. I'm telling you, man. I'm not good. I'm just great. No, I'm just kidding. No, kid, man. I mean, we've all chased the leaks. Use the ShockTech spring, which I think is going to be a little too long. Oh no, it may be just perfect. Uh-oh. I don't know where it's leaking there. Something's leaking. Oh, it's my air fitting on my... I haven't Loctited this guy here. Okay, so I think... So I want to go out with that even more. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Does I want to go out? Yeah, out. Thinking backwards. Okay, so let's go and drop the hammer down just a little. There we go. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can go like this, and we're gonna go in one turn. No, it's too far. I'm gonna go right there. I can put these screws in different positions, and I'm probably going to do that. Perfect. Got a little bit of leak. Oh, it's because it's this guy right here. It's leaking. It's gonna leak up there, guaranteed, because I haven't Loctited that yet. Right? No one's gonna watch this whole video. You guys know that, right? So I'm not gonna be the one that tells them. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to lose a friend. I don't want to lose a friend. I don't want him to quit paintball. I love him to death like a brother, man. I really do. All the Cocker guys I love. I mean, it's such an awesome community. And it's funny because it's an awesome community of people that are intensely passionate and non-changeable and have our ways, our building styles, and all do great stuff. And, you know, fight like siblings, fight like teammates. I need to get the goobers in there. But yeah, I don't know how long we've been on for a while. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? It's 7:46, almost 8 o'clock here, California time. Man, gun feels good. Trigger feels great. So this ShockTech trigger plate, I'm not sure if I like the sear. I'm going to kind of look at that. I do have a Nova sear I may try in there. I mean, it feels great, but I just got the trying to figure out the... No, it feels fine. I think I'll be fine with that. I'll see what the wear looks like. Barrel looks great on it. I like the kind of look at the barrel. The Shock Tech, my Shock Tech knobby thing works great here. I gotta get a friction O-ring in there. I gotta figure out that. I may try a different spring in there, but it works fine. So my system works. Completely works. I need to adjust the RAM needs to be adjusted a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, you know, I think it makes me wonder if it's a machining tolerance an issue, and it'd be interesting what numbers they were of the blanks. You know where in the series they were. Beardworks says 1590s. Yep. Beardworks. I use 2x4. No, these are 2x13s, Charles. 2x13s on this one. And that's the O-ring store sizing. 2mm by 13mm total, which is, I think, the outside diameter. Complete. And they work fine. This has got essentially a brass fat rat in it. There's only a handful of these made. I think Charles has one. I think Jake Beardworks has one. Anyway. Hey, Mark. Mark finally showed up. Fine. Thanks for showing up, buddy. Took you forever. No. Mark, no leaks. But I did my trick. 2x13s. Because it's like a guarantee. I just know it's going to work every time. I still got to turn, Mark, I got to turn the bolt. And then I don't know if I'm going to put the Inception on there, the clamp. And I don't know, I kind of like this. It kind of has that, I don't know, I kind of like it. But we'll see. We'll see. Reg is set like at, I think, close to 300. I don't know. I need to polish this out. I need to still Loctite this and Loctite that and set all that. Turn the bolt. But I think she's a runner. She is a runner. So we'll I should put a beaver tail on it. Let me see real quick. Got a beaver tail here. Beaver tail. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Beaver tails. That's their name. I got a beaver tail. Beaver tails? Beaver tails. Maybe I don't have any. Got a bunch of those. Beaver tails, where'd you go? What are these? Those are feed mix. Oh, here's a beaver tail right here. Let's see. I kind of like that. Dun, 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 dun. Let's put a beaver tail on real quick. Alright. That's there. Like this. We're going to go like this. We're going to save this beaver tail stuff. Ooh, that's hot. Had to touch it. Had to touch it. What do you guys think? I think it looks good. I'm going to polish that out. I'm not going to Loctite that in. It's going to be locked. Yep, I'll use that beaver tail. This now is spare parts for Shock Tech stuff. Shock Tech parts. I like it, and I can polish that out. It'll be even shinier. Let's see. Hold on, Richard. Richard, I may have you covered, buddy. That one is the XO. Richard, I got you covered. I got you covered, buddy. You've always taken care of me. And I got you covered. You need a brass fat rat. I got a couple left. I've been hoarding them, but hoarding doesn't do anything when you're dead. So yeah, turned out nice. I think, and you guys didn't think I'd get it done, did you? You sons of bitches. You have no fucking faith in me. Like I call you my friends? Really? Really? All right, sons of bitches. You guys all have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out with me as long as you did. I think Jason, he passed out. And Richard, it's good to see you again. Charles, always as usual. You're a great conversationalist. Yeah, right. And then I think everyone else is gone. I don't know how many people are here. Let's see. I'll tell you how many people are here. It says I got 11 on, but I got Aaron. Aaron's still here. I got, I don't know who's all watching still. If I refresh the thing, if I go back to my lives and let's see. I think people have all dumped out. Yeah, I think they have all dumped out. So, all right, guys, you all have a great